Client Q&A Part 3. And these are not just clients, we prospective clients or people that have contacted me or other therapists through emails, etc. Um, so a really good question might be, and there's just different phrasing. So what if I can't open up? What if I can't talk about? What if I can't? Or maybe I can't. I don't feel I can talk about this. It might be said loads of different ways. You don't have to share. The idea, I think, is that people come to therapy and they're holding all this pain and discomfort, and they think they have to. It's almost like they have to perform. It has to become performative. That they don't. They, they feel they have to say everything in the one session, in the fourth session, and it's like there's so much. Like there's a lifetime of stuff. How can I get this out in an hour, 50 minutes to an hour? How can I do this? There's not an expectation of you to share anything at all. It's all about you finding your comfort. Are you comfortable here? Do you trust the therapist? Do you feel the therapist can hold what you have? That can be quite a concern, because you'd find that clients might turn around and say, well, I can't say this is too painful, so I'm going to keep it in. But then there's a question of, do they trust the therapist? So it's all this, it's important. If you can't open up, you have to look at things like, do I trust the therapist? Am I comfortable in the room? Is there something that's holding me back? But there's absolutely no expectation of you ever to say everything that you want to say. If you can't open up, we can talk about other things that can help. We can relieve some of the pressure on you. And when the time is right, if the time ever becomes right, that's when you can talk about what you need to talk about. So there's never anyone saying, right, come on, geez, you have to take in the hour here. Come on, really hurry up and tell me your stuff. That's never going to be a thing. It's like, this is your time, 100% you. It's not for anyone else. When you're ready, when it feels safe and comfortable, that's what you do. And if it's a case that you really need to do it and you just don't feel right, that is your question of, is this the right therapist for me? And I've had that. I've had sessions where the client can't open up to me, and we've discussed it. And there's also this thing of the client holding guilt around, oh, I'm after booking with you, I have to stay with you. You don't, absolutely do not have to stay with the therapist. They're not going to be offended if you move on and go to a different therapist. So it's okay to say, actually, I don't know that you're a right therapist. It's not going to work. It's not going to hurt their feelings or anything like that. We would love to be the person to help you, but if we're not, we understand. There's no problem now. There's a question there of, will I be told what to do? And that's a really interesting question, because a lot of people think that, and I found a huge amount of people think that therapist is some kind of a know-all. This person is a leader and knows all the answers and all this kind of stuff, and they expect advice. So they say, if you think of this question a different way, as, what do I need to do about this? Tell me just tell me how to fix this problem. Tell me what I need to do. Very, very commonly happens in therapy. So the therapist isn't there to give advice. The therapist never gives advice. Does not give advice. May say from time to time, when I went through this, I did this, but that's not to tell you what to do. So if a therapist ever gives you advice, what they're doing essentially is they're telling you how to live your life their way, and it's never gonna fit you. So it's just about, you will never be told what to do in a therapy session. Nobody will tell you what to do. If that's what you're looking for, it's not therapy you're seeking. Because you're the only one with the answers. The therapist doesn't know the answers. They may have an idea, but in order for them to tell you, they're actually going to have to interfere in your process, and it's not very helpful to you. So you won't be told what to do. It's about helping you to find your own answers and to find your own clarity. So you'll find that on your own. Trust yourself. It'll be brilliant. And another question there: what if therapy doesn't work for me? And that's a real concern. So if people are really scared that I go to, and potentially, and I've heard this as well, and that has certainly happened to me, that you go to a therapist and it just didn't work, and you leave the therapist and you go to another therapist and it didn't work, and you're kind of going, it has to be me. I'm not cut out for this. But it's not. There's all flavors of ice cream, so there's all flavors of therapists. Every single therapist is different. You'll find your flavor. It'll work. So it's okay to be a wonder, but explore it. Look out. We did a video earlier on about the different types of therapy. What are you looking for? What would you like in the end of this? Do you want short term? Do you want long term? Do you want someone to work with this kind of trauma? Is it something else to do at work? Is it something else to do at life? Is it something to do with families? So that's the therapy you're looking to seek out. So And then again, is that therapist that you're seeking out the right therapist? And you could be moving around for a bit of time to try and find your ideal therapist, or you could be lucky and get them after one or two goes. Um, so I just encourage you to go around and check into different therapists and see, is this right for me? And then if not, ask that therapist, because that might be the modality you want to work in. Ask that therapist, do they know anyone that they could refer you to? And normally the therapist will know someone else within the same modality, or and someone that might match with you. Someone, if you go to a therapist, say, well, I kind of want to work with another man, or I kind of want to work with a woman, I kind of want, great, that's very helpful, and they might be able to refer you on then. So I'm going to end that here, and we'll come back with another video in a second. Thank you.